Bitnation ambassador in Nigeria, and you can also become an ambassador of Bitnation. Simply what I mean is, I tell the message of Bitnation to people around me, okay? And I teach them what Bitnation is all about. I tell them what to expect from Bitnation and what Bitnation is offering as a system, okay? So, increasingly, all political questions that we could fight about have been relegated to an administrative sphere, so I could spend my entire career becoming one member of some segment of government, yearning as hard as I could for many years, making a career. Or I could write software that totally explodes the paradigm, right? I think this is the question about co-opinion. Now this guy is just trying to agree with the fact that nation state or governmental systems are failing across the world. True or false?
True.
That is why the war in Somalia can never come to an end. That is why Boko Haram is still not coming to an end. That is why we have a lot of chaos around the world. Now in America, the trending thing is gun control. That's the topic now, that's the hot topic in America. That someone can just walk into this class and then begin to spray bullets at us. Okay, and then the person will either go free or some kind of things will happen. But this guy is just agreeing with the fact that governmental systems are failing across the world. Okay, so for him, he feels it is better for me to just sit down and use my head and think of how to help the next person close to me to become useful rather than waiting on government. Would you like to choose would you like to choose your governance services just like you choose your cell phone providers? I think a lot of us here, if we're asked, if we're left with the option to choose whether we want roads to be constructed into our houses or interlocks rather, from where the hotel stops into our houses, I think almost all of us will say yes. And then maybe someone, that's not his problem. Someone wants maybe government to be giving him tips, or maybe 20K in a month. Government started something, how I wish it's going to give all of us, or all the unemployed youths, an opportunity to be able to make a living. What's the name? This government, Empower, yes. So someone, that's his problem. He wants that 30K allowance every month to be entering his account, and then maybe at the end of the day, government will give him a laptop or an iPad. But that stops there. That doesn't solve his his governmental issues. It doesn't solve all his governmental issues. The next one is this guy who says blockchain is the blockchain is not just for money. It's there for brand new governance structures, replacing the nation state concept from the Napoleon era. Digital nomads like me, and now, I don't know how to read. Digital nomads like me know that national borders are imaginary. Our activities are global, but most governance systems are still for locals only. The government marriage system is one of the most obsolete systems today. Marriage is a very personal matter. True or false?
True.
True or false? Okay, me I'm married, so I think I have an idea. And then maybe some of us here who are married would actually agree with me that marriage is personal. True or false? To the married guys?
True.
Okay. It's a very personal matter, but it is being enforced by governments, and the laws are so different in each country. Now, if you as a Nigerian want to travel to the United Kingdom, one of the surest way for you to travel is if you are married. And if you are married, You don't have to travel with your family. So they know in one way or the other, you would have to come back to your family because you left something here. And maybe not just the United Kingdom, but quite a number of countries today would want you to get married first before you can have opportunities to visit or to travel and stay there. And so a lot of these concepts are coming from very obsolete archives, okay? I'm actually trying to introduce something. I'm trying to introduce the concept of Bitnation. Just follow me keenly. Global geographical governance. Sorry, can someone help me read?
Poly.
Do I have a volunteer? Thank you very much. Let's do it together. Okay, go ahead.
Global geographical governance will go for the nation states, war, injustice, corruption and taxes. Government governance providers. Current governance providers don't need to compete in their territory. No competition, no incentive for better services.
Now, this is very true. This is what characterizes it. Let's calm down home. This is what characterizes Nigeria. True or false? There are a lot of multiple taxes. There are a lot of corruption going on. Even in this school, I'm sure there is corruption. I was once a student, so I think I understand what it means to be in a school setting like this. There are a lot of things that are wrong with a body like this. And then we have a lot of injustices going on around. Someone who stole, just this morning we were discussing with my father, someone who stole millions of naira was given a bail of 750,000. He stole millions of taxpayers' money, but he was given a bail of 750,000 naira only. Tell me how justifiable that is. And then we have a lot of wars going on. We don't need any prophet to tell us that that's the situation here. Let's move further.
I want to create tools that people can use to manage themselves as society. The conventional law-based system is very weak for the society we live in nowadays. People with enough money or intelligence can manipulate and use it against society, as we have seen many times.
This is very true, and all of us would agree to this, that the system in Nigeria is not working for us. It's not working for you and I. Quite almost all of us here, if we are, okay, maybe from ND1 to HND, I am very sure that almost all of us didn't finish school 4 years ago. Almost all of us, I can be sure that 99.9% of us finished secondary school and had to wait at home or had to stay at home for a while before we were able to gain access here. And even if we were able to gain access here at the long run, it wasn't because maybe because they felt, okay, let's just give these people admission. Not because it was actually the right thing to do. The right thing to do is after you spend 6 years in secondary school, the next step is for you to go into the higher institution and then spend 4 years and be done. Or maybe some of us here are spending, maybe this is the 5th or the 6th year, and that characterizes the kind of system that we have. Now, I am going to introduce something called Pangea, which is an application for Bitnation. Now, this application, what it does, it helps you if you have something to offer. When I mean something to offer, I don't mean money, but if you have something up here to offer, and then you don't have an opportunity to do so, this application is just the right thing. It's just the right tool for you to use. And I will give you an instance with myself. Okay, so the Pangea application is used for 1. Create binding peer-to-peer smart contracts via a decentralized mobile chat application. 2. Resolve disputes through peer-to-peer market for arbitration services. Then 3, create and join virtual nations and communities. I will explain some more. Mobile usage, the total mobile usage in data were collected, and then the total mobile usage pointed this number: 3.6 billion people have cell phones. 3.6 billion. And then the main mobile chat applications that are used on a monthly average is 2.3 billion. And we have the most dominant are WeChat, Facebook, Messenger, Snapchat, WhatsApp, Line, Kakao Talk, okay, thank you very much. And then we have global legal services market. This amount of money, $600 billion, is used to settle cases around the world, annually. This money is too much. Okay? Even in Nigeria, I'm not sure we spend this money. We can spend this money in 1 year to run government. $600 billion. All contracts begin with a conversation between people, and smartphone chat is increasingly becoming the go-to tool for conducting business in emerging markets. For these reasons, we are convinced that our jurisdiction needs a chat interface. Like I said, Bitnation has come up with an application called Pangea. And this application, I have told you what the application can be used for. But beyond that, we decided for you to be able to keep active communication here. I am sure that this department has a WhatsApp group. True?
Yeah.
And then I'm sure that every class would also have a WhatsApp group. The simple reason is to be able to be effective in passing communication, and then to be able to work like in a cluster, to be able to understand ourselves closely. That's why we come up with all these mediums. So Bitnation thought it wise that what we need to do is to come up with an application that has a chat interface that you can also communicate with someone, just like Facebook and then WhatsApp. We can also decide to say, okay, let's have a contract running for you and I, okay? Pangea allows you to operate without access to an internet connection, enabled by mesh networks and sneakernets. Imagine the possibility for places with limited or no access to a working internet connection. Okay. 80% of the world, or 80% of the people living in this world are in frontier and emerging markets, just like Nigeria. Then 2.2 billion people are actually unbanked. And then $3 million is used around the globe to finance economy. Very large amount of money. Now, but we have a lot of limitations, That's why Bitnation decided to step in. Bad passports make it very difficult or impossible to migrate. I have had experiences traveling out. I have said this story separately. I've had experiences traveling outside this country with my passport, simply because we were a set of Nigerians, simply because we were coming from Nigeria, and then our passport is very special or very important in code. We were asked to stay by the side. Meanwhile, other people were cleared. We were attended to specially. The simple reason is because Nigeria is considered as a very corrupt nation. So we were possibly coming to do some kind of things that the country didn't understand. So we were asked to stay by the side, and then we were checked, like I said, very specially. But Bitnation wants to take out this kind of things. Okay? And then 2 billion adults in the world are currently unbanked. If the grey economy was a nation, that's $800 billion. If $1 trillion, sorry, if it's $80 trillion, if it was a nation, it would be the second largest economy in the whole world. This is an example of what a blockchain identification looks like. Bitnation is trying to now say, okay, if we are going to run this kind of application, we need to make it corruption free. We need to make it in a way that you and I can have access to it and then use it without any interference, without any government kind of interference. So Bitnation decided to adopt something. They decided to make their nation. They decided to make the platform 1, decentralized, 2, borderless, 3, a voluntary platform, and then 4, it's also going to operate like a nation. I would explain what I mean by that. Sorry. This is what the application looks like. You can see these are called nations. These are the platforms, like groups that you can belong to. And then 2, this is the chat interface. So when you click here, you have a lot, you can chat with anybody here. I belong to, this is where I said I'm going to give you a very practical example. I belong to this group called Adako. And what we decided to do here, I was working on Bitnation's documentation for Nigeria and then doing a lot of research and all that. Then I met a lady on the same Bitnation platform, and we got talking about where I stay, and then she also was telling me what she do. We identified, I told her that people around my area are having issues with typhoid, okay? And she said, okay, what can we do as Bitnation partners? Or as Bitnation friends, or whatever it is. I said, okay, I don't know. She got herself doing some research about typhoid and how to reduce the rate of typhoid. As time goes on, as we were talking and then exchanging ideas about what to do and how to help my community, we now decided to come up with this article. Now, what this nation would do, or what this platform does, is we are going to be providing free water filters for all the people in my community, if we can. Okay, we will provide for all the people in my community. This is where Bitnation is now becoming beneficial to you and I. And then aside this, there are a lot of other nations, about 66 right now, okay, that are still coming up with different kind of ideas, with different kind of services. How is Bitnation going to be beneficial to you? If you as a person now thought of, okay, maybe I want to create a nation where I want to provide maybe free school fees, okay? Or maybe sponsorship or scholarship for students. You could have people on Bitnation, or even Bitnation as an entity, sponsor this kind of project. Bitnation has something they call Bitnation Consider It. Okay? Now the Consider It means that you can submit proposals to Bitnation. If you have a proposal right now that is going to be beneficial to people around you, or even to the school, what you do is you go to the Bitnation Consider It profile and then send it, drop your proposal there, okay? Then Bitnation looks at it. They consider it, they see what you have. What is this thing going to be beneficial to the people around you? And how can it help the people know that actively Bitnation is trying to help them, or is trying to come up with solutions, okay? So if you are able to convince Bitnation with your proposal, from the start to the finish, Bitnation is going to sponsor it for you. This proposal for Aleppo is actually a very massive project. Very, very massive. In my community, I'm sure we're more than 700, we're more than 200,000. Yes, in the whole of Frontier, we're more than 200,000. Okay? So if you have, let me say, it's just like you take Narai, the whole of Narai, I'm sure people are more than 200,000. Okay, so in Frontier, I am very, very sure that we are more than 200,000. So if Bitnation is now sponsoring this project for us in Frontier, I think my involvement with Bitnation has now given some people an added advantage to an improved health. Okay, so Bitnation has a lot of benefits for you. Now you can see these are also the display nations here. You can see the first one, like I said, is the dashboard where you see the announcements, the updates. And here you have the charts, then here you have the archive for the nations. And here, this is very interesting. Now the wallets, Bitnation operates an Ethereum-based wallet. I don't know, maybe a lot of us are very familiar with Bitcoin. Ethereum is the next giant in the cryptocurrency world. Okay, so Bitnation operates the whole Pangea application based on the Ethereum code of line, and with time in the near future, maybe they might decide to incorporate the concept of Bitcoin and then others. But the main reason why Bitnation thought of doing using Ethereum for their application development is because Ethereum gives you the leverage to be able to do smart contracts. It gives you the leverage to be able to also have arbitration services and then other kinds of services as well. So this is my own profile on Pangea application. This is me, and then this is my profile. And quickly, now you can see Bitnation thought that people like this who stay in this kind of places might not have access to the internet. This is true. That is why Bitnation thought, even in your village, in my village actually, there is a place that when you want to make phone call, you have to go and put the phone somewhere, and then when the network comes, then you now dial the number, and then you have to be talking on speaker. Because once you take it out, the network goes away. But in that kind of place, even when there are no internet connectivity, you can still operate the Bitnation application, and then you can still keep in touch with people that you are doing business with, or you are trying to keep in touch on the Bitnation platform. They use to enable this and then to make it very possible. Bitnation uses the Pangea mesh network technology. This helps or enables the application to run even without the internet. So this is good news for quite a number of us who might relocate from the city and then go to the village. Now, this is what I was trying to say earlier on, that you can make a proposal to Bitnation. This is decentralized, borderless, voluntary nation to fund your own governance project. Like I said, any kind of project you have, any kind of project in this world that is going to be beneficial to people, not just to my own house and my wife and my daughter, no, but it's going to be beneficial to the people around you. Even in this school, I am serious, even in this school, you can run a Bitnation project in this school. Okay, I will tell you how. Because Bitnation now cannot just pick you and say, okay, we are going to give you $1 million. No, it's not possible. Okay, but I will tell you how you can get to do this, all this. Now, if there is a plan, when you register your project, you can see people proud for, okay, have a smart contract to incorporate a company, create forum and instruction video series, democratize crowdfunding, bring Bitcoin/cryptocurrency to Puerto Rico, funding Bitnation Space Agency. Now you can see these are people who are voting for these projects. And then Bitnation will now say, okay, actually people love this project, let's do it. And then they will now give you the funding for you to come and do whatever projects you have. I also have a lot of projects for my community that I'm trying to build up together, I'm trying to put things together. And then the beauty about it is, even aside doing this, you can also create your own nation on the Pangea application platform, whereby you have people who are of like minds. This is building, right? You can say, okay, I'm creating a nation for builders. Anybody who is joining this nation knows that whatever talk is going to be going on there is going to be strictly for builders. Okay? And if you have a contract, you can execute it as a nation. It's even more effective when you come together and make a proposal to Bitnation than a single person. I think it's going to be very effective. Okay, the next thing is, now Bitnation so far has over 10,000 subscribers. Okay, and the application, the Pangea application, I'm glad to announce to you that from when it was released, okay, to today, we have over 1,000 downloads. And this is we're just doing a trial. And if over 1,000 people are downloading already, it means that this is something that is going to catch fire very soon. I am very positive about it. By the end of this year, we should have a lot of things on the application that will be able to allow you to do extra things. The reason why I'm telling you this is because I am very sure that I have people here, because yesterday I was introduced to some people who are already into structures, who are already into the business world, okay? So it means that you can actually make very, very good proposals to Bitnation. I am actually talking to the right people. This woman here, her name is Suzanne. What we are doing is making nation-state government entirely irrelevant. Because nation-state is not helping us. The government is not helping us. So let's help ourselves. No government, whether democratic or autocratic, can survive without the consent of its subjects. If all of us tell Nigeria that we don't want to be governed, I'm sure there will be governments. I am very sure. In the same way, Bitcoin has transformed the financial system. Bitnation will also irreversibly change the political system and the course of history. Her name is Suzanne. She was the one who brought up this idea of Bitnation, and I'm glad to be a Bitnationer. I'm glad to be working with her. These are our addresses for Bitnation. This is the website, and then this is our Facebook address, and this is our Telegram address. Telegram handle. Then this is for blog, and then this is for YouTube. When you go on YouTube and then you search Bitnation Kaduna Pirate, you're going to find a lot of videos. A lot. I think mine are like 6 or so. You are going to find a lot of Bitnation videos on YouTube talking about Bitnation and then explaining further on what Bitnation does and what Bitnation can do for you. So I am glad to bring this to an end. Thank you very much for your time. I am sorry that I've taken a lot of your time. After your lectures, I am keeping you here for Bitnation. But I would want to now entertain questions. Like I said, no question is foolish and then no question is offensive. So you can ask me any kind of questions you want, maybe about how Bitnation can sponsor your project, or you want to know more, or you want to know why Bitnation is organizing meetups like this, or you want to know anything about Bitnation, you can go ahead now and ask me. And also, I forgot to mention something very vital. Bitnation has um, is doing a token sales. Okay, the token is just like you are buying, you are doing an investment with Bitnation for the future. Just like Bitcoin. 10 years ago, you need 10,000 Bitcoins, 10,000 of it, to be able to buy pizza. And that was very often. That was very, very funny. But 10,000 of Bitcoin now, 10,000 right now, is 800 million. 10,000 times 8,000. That's like 800 million, right? $800 million. Because today Bitcoin is 8,000 US dollars. So if you have that amount of money, at the 80 million, is it 80 million or 800? Sorry, I'm not very good with the math. But whatever amount it was, a very huge amount of money. So yesterday, Bitcoin was useless. Today Bitcoin is a hot cake. It's a very hot cake. So if you have any questions about the investment or anything that you want to hear about Bitnation, you just ask the questions briefly and we can go. Sorry, I have very light refreshments. Very, very light refreshments. And don't take offense. It's very light, very little. So I would want to entertain your questions before my refreshment comes. Yes, anyone who has a question?
Tell him to go around the microphone.
Go around the
God, give to that guy. In case anybody wants to ask a question. Young man, you don't go ask questions. Don't look. Z will ask question. You can maybe mention. Yeah, maybe you're not yet possible. Ask now, use the microphone. Are you scared to talk? Fine.
Come on. Sorry, I came in late, so I would like to know the meaning of the bit, the BIT.
Nation.
Sorry,
BIT, the bit. Sorry.
Same here.
I'm here.
Okay, yes, it's your question.
The bit,
yes,
as in the meaning. I don't know, maybe you abbreviate it, so I would like to know the full meaning.
Okay, it's just a name. It's just a name. Bitnation. Okay. It's a body or an entity that operates, that is based on the crypto technology. Okay. So maybe this is Bitcoin.
Give on. See prof.
Still get a question.
Prof, no go talk. No go like.
Okay.
Talk now.
Total of the benefits.
Yeah.
The benefits of Bitcoin. But I want to know
Of the Bitnation.
of Bitnation.
Yes. Okay. So you can decide to buy 1,000, 1 million. It depends on how much money you want to put into it. And then once you want to, please, I would want, let me tell you something. Let me just share something very briefly. If for anything, even if you're not interested on Bitnation, I missed an opportunity last year. Let me just share this. Myself and my wife, Bitcoin was about $500 US that time in January last year. Myself and my wife thought about, okay, what, we should just buy this thing now. And since everybody's up, let's just buy and keep. The truth about it is, we were very nonchalant about it. Very, very nonchalant. And then we had, somehow we were able to get you need about 10 million Satoshi to get 1 Bitcoin. Now we had about 0.00003 something. At the end of the day, when Bitcoin was 12,000, that was this year. In fact, I didn't even know that Bitcoin got to 20,000 or 19,800 US dollars in December. I didn't know until this year when I just said, I think I had something on the blockchain, on my blockchain wallet. Let me check. I now checked, then I saw 35 US dollars. I was like, what? Then I now saw the history of how Bitcoin was going bad, you know. Then I discovered that I had missed it when it was even 20,000. So the mistake I made was when it was 500, I didn't buy. And then I thought maybe it was something very foolish and something very stupid. Maybe it's just something going on the internet. Until when I discovered that if I had Bitcoin in December, I would have become a millionaire. Yes, that 10,000 US in December was like 4 million naira. So I would have had like 8 million naira just when I slept and woke up. 8 million in my account. You know, I missed it. So I am not going to miss that of Pangea. Maybe it's not even going to be any. Maybe from now to December it might not be anything serious, you know. But who knows what is going to happen tomorrow? You know, maybe I might not miss that of Bitnation. So it is just an opportunity for you to think twice and then see if it's profitable for you to invest or not. When the Ethereum currency started, nobody believed in the guy. Okay, nobody even believed it was even going to make sense. Today, I mean, in January it was 1,250 US. So it used to fluctuate, but I think that was the peak at 1,300. So it is just something for you to get hooked up to the startup. Once it's a startup, hook it up, okay? Get connected. That's why I'm very passionate about Bitnation, because tomorrow I might be a reference point, okay? Bitnation might say, no, this is the guy who did this thing for us. So I'm just trying to tell you that this is a worthy cause, okay? It's actually a worthy cause, and I believe in the concept they are trying to put across. Even if it's not for anything, but for the fact that you can actually provide an alternative to what people are looking for. I think I'm interested, and I'm going to give it my best. Okay, if satisfying people's need is making me to have a name for myself, I will do it. Maybe I'm selfish, but I think I'll do it. Okay. So yes, another question. Yes.
I want to ask a very brief question.
Yes,
you
sir.
spoke of the Bitnation app.
Yes.
And you said
it's called Pangea.
And how do you get it? From where? Is it Play Store?
Yeah.
You didn't make mention of that.
Please forgive me. And I almost rounded up. Okay, yes, the application, you can get it on the Google Play Store. And then if you want to get it on your iPhone, okay, just come here, Bitnation Governance 2.0, and say, I need Pangea for iOS. That's all. Just drop a comment there. Someone is going to get across to you quickly.
And after the download?
After the download, you can go ahead. Let me show you. After the download, you can come here. You can come here and begin to. You look for a nation to join. I don't mind if all of you come and join here. I don't mind. But anyway, you can join anything here, just anything. You can see Antifa International, a lot of things. A lot of people every day are coming up with new ideas on Bitnation. Every day. I am looking forward to one Nigerian, just one Nigerian who will come and register, who will put something here, and then let's all, let's explore, let's know how to be able to help ourselves. Okay? So, yes, the next question, please. After getting the how. Yes.
How can we invest? How do we like invest? Say we're going to put a certain amount of money.
Okay, yes, like I said, you're going to buy parts. And if you want to buy parts, what do you do? Okay, sorry, I'm saying parts now. It is Pangea arbitration token, P8. So that's why I'm just making it very short. If you want to buy the parts, what you need to do is just come here. Once you enter here, I don't have NTN connection on my phone. I would have just run a demo for you right now. I would have connected my laptop with the internet and then just do a demonstration on how you can buy the parts. But if you want to buy the parts, just go to this HTTPS Bitnation. Okay, no. Ooh. Sorry, forgive me. This, because of the part sales, we have a lot of people who want to get free money, who want to just scatter things for people. So Bitnation has decided to suspend this particular address. Okay, this one, Bitnation decided to suspend it. Let me give you the new one. The new one is just for you to put. Let me see. Just put is www.tse.bitnation.co. Like this. Okay. .bitnation.co. Okay, here.
The general.
So you just use this. This will allow you access into Bitnation's website. www.tse.bitnation.co. It's going to grant you every access, and then you can see how you can join Bitnation, how you can do other things on the application. Okay, and like I said, before the end of 2018, we hope that the application will be fully functional. And you can do anything. Even right now, you can actually use the Pangea application for other things. Then you can also create wallets, Ethereum wallet, basically a wallet, but it accepts only Ethereum for now. So you can use it and do any other. You can do your transaction from your wallet here. Okay, but because the application is still under development, when you put money, if someone steals it, then we can't pay you. Yes, because like I said, it's still under construction. But before the end of the year, it should be fully functional. Sorry. Any question again?
I think that's all for now.
Before we get our refreshments, they are coming. So before the refreshments, if I have any question, then maybe.
No question.
No question. Aha! Okay, another very important thing. Like I told you, this is not a religious meeting. You can use when you create a nation on the Bitnation application. You can use any code of law. You can use either Sharia, civil, any kind of law. If you even want to create a nation whereby the only people that can join, will be maybe people with beards. Okay? Yeah, so look what about Father's asking it. Because I think that's the kind of nation I want to create. Okay, if you want to even create that, okay, you can go ahead and do it. And then that will be, so anybody who is joining that will know that this is what these people stand for. Okay? So it's like you're creating a movement of like minds. Do we understand? So thank you very much. Okay, any question again? If no question, then we'll wait. Okay, yes, your question, sir. Yes, you can. Please use it. Thank you.
Sorry, mine is about the investment part.
Okay, yes, go ahead.
Because basically all of us here, I think everybody is right, but that's the most important
The
thing.
most important thing, okay.
If you have an idea and want to share, like basically now I think what we sell this part of the place is like housing units for low income earners. Housing units for low income earners.
Okay, yes.
Now we try to understand that civil servants, the state government,
Yes.
after retirement, don't have a home.
Yes.
So what if you have an idea whereby you have like a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom, you design and you build and keep, and then when they enter service from their first year of service, maybe till retirement, you have a scheme of payment for them.
Okay.
They are able to pay so that when they are retiring, they have a home. And maybe before they retire, and they feel okay, I want to sell this place, I want to build a bigger place, they can still sell it and still generate their own money. So basically, what I'm saying is, we are trying to do something that they can fall back. So that's like a fallback plan.
Yes.
In case they retire and not have a home.
Yes.
And we want to present this idea to
them.
Yes.
Okay, that's very good. I would want to suggest that what you tell them. Actually, right now, Bitnation for the next, today is what, 28? For the next 27 days, the part sales will end. There was a pre-sale, okay? There was a pre-sale in December, okay? And for the next 27 days, we will end the part sales. Our target is to be able to raise $30 million US.
Sit down here, man. Sit down there.
That's the hard cap, okay? We will end whether we get to 30 million or not after 27 days. Okay? So for people, for low income earners, I think if there is a way you can pass the message to them, across to them,
You didn't give me anything.
from now to the next 27 days,
But let me finish.
it will be fine. But then, even if you are not able to do that, that is why I will, okay, let me throw the challenge now to you. Since you have this kind of idea, I think it's good if you begin to develop it, and then, who knows, maybe you can come up with a nation under Bitnation, so that tomorrow you can fall back at it. And then it's now going to be that this is my idea to this certain group of people. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, so it's even if they don't have the opportunity to invest right now, because I know this is going to be like a short time for you to be able to put together low income earners and talk to them about part sales. But even if you can't now, if you can't, fine. If you can't, this is something you should, I will throw the challenge to you. That you should begin to develop it, put it into consideration, and then think about it. Think of how you can help. Bitnation is all about providing alternative to governmental services, okay? And this is a very perfect alternative. You are not thinking of looking after the aged and then the old after retirement. That's what you're thinking of, and it's very perfect, okay? So you can put up this, you already have a nation. Please, let's put our hands together. Yes, this is a very good idea. I'm telling you. If you had told me this one-on-one, possibly maybe I would have stole the concept.